Had another rainy day last night. Class taking care of chickens. Giggles playing in her pool. Max never wants hugs anymore. He doesn't want hugs. So, well, right now we got blue skies, but I don't know. More rain's coming. More rain is coming. So, welcome back to another Scuttlebutt, friends. Jets are out flying already. Yeah, this time of the year, man, that was not disclosed. So that's one of the things, I guess we kind of got used to Virginia, right? Being, well, Virginia Beach, right? More or less, Norfolk area. Norfolk. Any house that's sold in that vicinity, that area, is supposed to have a disclosure for jet noise, right? Because obviously the jets are there flying constantly. You have a few different bases in that area that all had jets, right? So anything that is dealing with that noise, and I do not remember seeing that here. Well, I do remember seeing, the paper, obviously, because you have to have that whenever buying a house, right? Any type of noise type stuff is supposed to be given to you, right? And it, from what I remember, it didn't say anything about jets. And yeah, we have them constantly. So kind of a little upset about that. That's the other thing too. So obviously, it's old news now, right? It's already happened. So we've been here. How long have we been here now? What are you looking at? Giving that side eye. All right, bye. Now it's I want to say that we've had the property now going on a little over 2 years. Is it 2 years? I want to say it's 2 years. December. I think this last December was 2 years. Has it been that long already? Nah, it couldn't be. Well, anyway, I don't know. So, whenever you're going through the buy stuff, I'm trying to set my coffee down. I know I'm getting like really close to y'all. That way I can switch my hands. There we go. Over here next to my trusty steed. So, yeah, anytime that you're going to be buying something, land, just definitely go through all the paperwork, double check, and, try to scope it out if you can. Actually go out, like, which I already know, some properties go fast. It's like if it's something that you really, really, really want, you got to scoop it up quickly. Otherwise, someone else is going to take it, especially if it's something really nice, right? Obviously, here, we're on 25 acres. It has a pond. It has a creek. Wooded area. So it was one of those that, this has a lot of things that, people look for in a property. Obviously, it had the house that was kind of brings down property value. Buildings like this brings down property value. Stuff like that, that we dealt with. And actually, because of the house, we actually got this lowered. It was like $1,000 less than what we were actually going to pay. So, and she did that, right? We were actually surprised because we had said that we was only going to pay for this property like what the value of it was, right? So whenever you get it appraised, I was like, I'm not going to go above what it appraises at. I was like, because we have to take care of this house, we got to take care of this, we got to take care of that, and it was all condemned. Like, we had to get rid of it, right? So it was one of those. She ended up we put in the offer, and she actually countered back with 1,000 less, and we're like, okay, well, yeah, we'll do that too. So, yeah, we were really surprised. So, because we'd even put in, the full offer of what it, appraised at. So, yeah, we were happy with that. It's just been non-stop work ever since. Yeah, but it's about to get easier. So I've actually reached out to the company. So yes, I've already talked about that we're getting a tractor. There's no secret. I'm not going to keep that a secret. I've reached out to the company that we're going to be working with, and I will let you know that it is a red tractor. So out of all the companies that have red tractors, because I don't think I've said like what my favorite was, but that wasn't necessarily who we were going with. So I'll leave that part a secret. So, but it is going to be the 4 Series tractor. So it is a 48 horsepower, almost 50 horsepower. So it'll definitely be able to do everything that we're going to do, and that's including back. She's coming into her wings, and she's trying to glide or fly, and it's funny. She'll do that constantly, and she'll glide for about 4 or 5 feet. You trying to fly? Trying to learn how to fly? Silly goose. But anyway, the tractor is going to have a backhoe and a grapple. That's one of the things I've already said that is a must, especially for everything that we want to do. And I was looking at, and obviously I know that I have to finance. We will be able to, put extra payments to said finance if needed. But that's one of the things I've always said, that if I'm going to do the utility type tractor, it's going to have a backhoe and it's going to have a grapple with the third function, just because it's going to make our life so much easier with everything that we got to do around here, and taking care of all that. And obviously, with all the storms that come through, very, very high on that priority list of things to do is creating the storm shelter slash root cellar, right? So that's definitely going to be high up on that list, and I really can't do that without moving a lot of these things, and or having a backhoe, right? So kind of have to have that thing. So yeah, that's it. We're hopefully by the end of this month, at the latest next month, we're going to go get all that finalized. They will deliver it straight here for free. I'm pretty excited about that. And then finally be able to get all this taken care of. Yeah, because when Gumby was here with Big Bertha, right, it was just so wet. Like, the ground was so frozen. I don't know if you guys had missed out on that video. Definitely go check that out over on the main channel. But a lot of this in here, right, it just started getting so muddy, so messy, right, that he wasn't able to get in there without possibly getting stuck, right? And we don't have anything to be able to get him out, so he wasn't able to get that taken care of, very efficiently. And then he also helped us, dig the hole for the septic tank. That way we can have the folks come out and set that in place, because it's obviously, having them dig the hole was going to be a lot more expensive, right? So yeah, getting all that taken care of. And then yeah, with that, it was the leak, right? He also had the leak on the hydraulics and stuff like that. So he was kind of limited, right? Limited amount of time. He's like, well, I need to be able to get all this done to a certain extent, to a certain point, because he still needed to be able to get it onto a trailer without having to go, buy a bunch of extra hydraulic fluid. So, but yeah, it was definitely, appreciative everything that he was able to come out and do out here, get all our water to the house taken care of. But having a tractor with my own backhoe on it, even though it would be smaller, right? It wouldn't be the big, massive construction backhoe. It would still be good. A nice 48 horsepower tractor with a backhoe is going to get everything done that we ever need to. Can I dig out stumps with it? Yep. It might take a little bit longer, right? But most definitely can get out the stumps and all those things and start getting all of this land leveled out, taken care of, right? Getting some carports. We want to get a carport right here because the Jeep, yeah, it has hail damage. We actually noticed that yesterday. Well, I had noticed it beforehand. I thought Gladys already knew about it. I had mentioned it to her because there was a truck that parked in front of us up at the store. I was like, dang, look at that truck with all the hail damage. I was like, that's even worse than the Jeep. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, look at the hood of your Jeep. I was like, you didn't know? She's like, no, I didn't know. But yeah, it has hail damage. So definitely need to get a carport, especially before we were to get another truck. So, and that's coming too here very, very soon. So, but maybe by the end of the year. But all right, y'all. Well, we definitely thank y'all for following in on today's journey. Not really a whole lot going on. It got pretty wet today. I'll probably go out and I'll work on something. I'm always working on something. We hardly ever just sit still. So, but yeah, I'll figure it out. But all right, y'all. Well, definitely get out there. Thank a veteran with every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on our next one. Later, friends.